everyone? KingBong here. Today I'm going to be going over a few HumanitZ tips and tricks for you. PvE and PvP. A lot of these go hand in hand for either one. First thing that I'd like to talk to you about is building your character. Okay, so there's a couple of things here, nuances that you might not think about. These are kind of more PvP driven than I would say PvE. So what I would like to say is, you see my character here, right? Not a lot to notice. If you were going to make a description of him, you would say like brown hair, guy, about average height. This guy right here, a lot more descriptive. Okay, blue hair, mohawk, giant blue purple beard, running around guy, right? So the tip that I'd like to give you here is, in PvP, you do not see each other's names. There's no way for you to know who is who. You don't know if it's another player, another NPC, and even if you do know it's a player versus an NPC, you don't know what their name is or who they are. It doesn't show you any of that information. Even if you were to shoot and kill, you're not going to know it. So if you pull up on somebody's base and you start messing with them and you look like this guy, they're gonna have a hard time figuring out who it was that they're trying to deal with here. If you got this guy, they're gonna know when you come the first time. If you come back a second time, they're gonna know that you're the same guy. Or better yet, you come to their base and mess with them, and then they're out driving around and they see some blue mohawk dude at their base. They're gonna know where, they're gonna be able to identify you fairly quick. So my first piece of advice would be, your character creation doesn't seem very important, but you may want to make them more plain to kind of blend in so people don't identify you as quickly, or you might want to make them stand out more so that way you can kind of bring the attention to yourself, whatever it is that your preference is. Second tip that I would give you is all these little professions down here at the bottom. Okay, on HumanitZ, there is a RPG aspect to it where you're killing and you're gaining XP and you're leveling up. Okay, and for every level that you hit, you get a little skill point that you then put into these perks, these professions here okay. So whenever you start out at level 1, you're going to get one single profession, but when you hit level 30, you will get your second profession. And at level 60, which is the cap currently, you will get a third profession. So the idea that you're going here is, that you're going for here is, a lot of people make this mistake of choosing the unemployed, passive 25% more experience gain. Makes you feel like you're going to level up quicker, your guy's going to get stronger faster. Probably true. Problem is, at level 30 or even more so at level 60, when you hit there, you're going to have a perk wasted in this particular profession because experience is no longer going to be important. Gaining those levels is not going to be your priority anymore, and you're going to have no real benefit or buff from this particular one. And what I mean by that is, it says passive here, 25% more experience gain. Well, whenever I go over here to mechanic, it says passive 25% more effective with repair kits. So if I was to choose mechanic, right, at level 1, I would get a 25% buff to repairing, in this case, my vehicles and things like that. And it also comes with unlocked skills, meaning that as I'm gaining these skill points, I don't have to then waste them putting them back into certain skill trees or skill attributes or perks, as we call them. Skill perks, profession perks. All right, so that's good. In this particular case, it gives me metalworking, which means I can upgrade my wooden building structures, base building, to metal, which is important in PvP because you kind of want as much life on your building as possible. You also get calloused, which is another great perk. And then say if I was to choose this at level 1, and then I went over here to my other ones that I like to pick, is chemist. All right, my other passive is double magnesium powder, craft it. And then it also unlocks skills, which is not a cure and healthy gut, which means that it'll unlock like a zombie infection cure and some healthy gut, like makes you less likely to get sick from eating expired food. All right, and then my third one that I like to go for is typically along the lines of, I actually do like to choose the car salesman, because that really makes trading with the traders around the map and the ones that you can call to your base eventually much more beneficial. Those are my 3 personal suggestions. I would go with mechanic first, chemist second, car salesman last. Another really good perk to get right out the gate is going to be military veteran. Takes twice as long to become tired, so you get much more stamina. Reload at mag flip. Those are good because I like to use weapons or guns in this case, which are very easy to find from around the map, gun shops and things like that. Okay, and then lastly, the other one that I would suggest. So between these 3 are the ones that I would most highly suggest. Right, you feel free to look at the rest and decide which you think is best. But the other one that is very popular is a firefighter. Takes higher temperature, become overheated, which is a big deal because you sweat really bad and it makes you dehydrated in this game, especially when summer hits versus winter. And you can stay with all your gear on. You don't have to change out. During the summer, I have to take off my very heavy coats and put on t-shirts and things like that, which can become an issue because in PvP people can steal your stuff. All right, so it's up to you. Beast of Burden, controlled breathing, also very great things that unlock with it, can allow you to carry more weight. Controlled breathing, I believe, gives you more stamina as well. Military vet, reloader, and mag flip allows you to reload quicker. Again, for the guns and mag flip, kind of a similar situation. All right, so in this particular situation, I'm going to start us with the mechanic perk. I'm going to go into a fresh server for y'all and play from level 1 to level whatever. We'll just go until I give you most of the tips. I'm going to try to not make this video too long. I've already been talking for a good second for you guys. So we're launching in here. We're level 1. The first things that you're going to want to do, all right, as soon as we get in here, there's a couple of things that I go for right out the gate. In a PvP server, you don't really get to choose your starting location. In a PvE server, you can more choose like a starting spot. They kind of will give you some cars and stuff like that, or spot with a house or something. So right out the gate, normally what we do is we're gonna kind of look around for rocks. That's the first thing. Of course, I got some extra stuff here. You know what? I'm not even gonna pick up this stuff because I'd rather just give it to you from beginner's guide. You guys may or may not have these extra things here, so there's no point in me kind of going over that. First thing that I would recommend doing is on the left side there of the screen, bottom left, you can see I just picked up those 2 stones that made the little clack sound, and it changed the objective. Okay, told me to pick up 2 stones. Automatically, I would always pick up 2 stones whenever I'm starting the game at level 1. And if I have the ability to pick up more than just 2 stones, I'm gonna pick up every single stone that I can starting out, because right now we have nothing and we need everything, and we're gonna have to make everything from scratch. And the thing that's gonna allow us to make everything are starting with the stones. Okay, so again, we're just gonna pick up the stones. Great. Okay, now we can see in the bottom left, it started with telling us pick up 2 stones. Now in the bottom left, it says craft a knife. How we're gonna do that is we're gonna hit the tab button. Boom. Up at the top, you can see all these options here. You can see our stones over in our pockets there. Now there's a crafting tab. Here's the skill tab I was talking about, but here's the crafting tab. Okay, so we're just gonna go up here and click on the crafting. It says to craft a stone knife. And if we look around over here, there's actually a stone knife on the right side, right? And at the bottom there, it tells us the ingredients to make it. It says stone knife, 11 of 2 stone. So I need 2 stone, I've got 11. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it, and you'll see, you heard the little noise, meaning that the thing on the left just changed. Our guy made a stone knife. It's now in his hand. This hand is important. You're gonna need a, remember to have your items equipped. What they're telling us to do now is harvest bush 1, harvest fibers 10. So if we look around, there's bushes all around, We're gonna go up to a bush. We're gonna swing our knife in our hand, okay? And then whenever we do that, the bush breaks and we can see some things fall on the ground. We've got bait here, we've got sticks here, and we've got fiber here. Now you'll see there over on the left side, again, it says fibers. Harvest bush 1 of 1, fibers 4 of 10. Whenever I pull up the tab, I can see in my pocket here, I've got 4 fibers. Got 2 sticks, and I've got a worm, the bait. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and continue to harvest up all these fibers. Get all this stuff. There we go. Bam. Now what they're telling me to do is craft some rags, and again, just like before, whenever I can grab whatever I can grab, I'm gonna grab it. Okay, if they want me to hit 1 bush and get 10 fiber, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest all the bushes around me until I've got what they want, and then a little bit extra for myself. I don't want to have to keep looking for over and over. All right, so when it's there, you just take it. If you can take it, then that's my advice. Okay, so now that we've got our fibers, it's saying to craft 0 of 2 rags. So again, we're gonna hit the tab button, we're gonna go up to crafting, we're gonna look around. We can see right here the white rags on a little bit of the lower left there, and it tells us in the bottom 20 of 5 fibers. We need 5 fibers to make a rag, and we've got 20 of them. We'll go ahead and just consume this so I get some pocket space. You can see in the bottom left my food and health there, 60 and 60. Eat the apple, it goes up to 80 and 72. That's good. And again, we're gonna go ahead and craft these rags. All right, 2 rags. Here we go. And now it's telling me to craft a backpack. In order to craft a backpack, we gotta hit that tab button again, or we gotta go to our crafting again. Okay, so we're gonna go to craft, top left, improvise backpack. Need 4 sticks, 2 bandages. I got all my sticks here, I got my bandages. Go ahead and click on it. The little chime happens. See, we've got a backpack on the ground now. Bam. All right. At this point, it might feel like I'm just kind of running you through the tutorial. You can see where we've got extra slots now underneath our pockets. We now got a backpack, but I'll be honest with you, we're about to get into the actual tips here in just 1 second, because there's a couple of things that are out of order, you know. So the first thing, or after we do all that, we've got our axe that we just crafted. I've got the axe in my hand. I'm gonna go up to the tree. We're gonna chop down a tree because they're telling me to chop 1 tree. Then it says to chop 2 logs. That was 1 log I chopped. I'm gonna chop the 2nd log. Kill this Zeke as he's coming up. That gold chain's a good trading item. Okay, so we got our logs chopped up. We got some wood, all that good stuff. Now on the left, they want us to do a couple little things. This part is important. This is where some of the real tips start to kind of like separate, because I don't think anybody else is going to give you these tips. I've got 900 hours in this game, so I know what order to do things in. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and go to crafting. Oh, nope. Right. We're gonna hit the B button for build. And then in the top left, you can see we've got a bunch of different tabs here. But the one we're looking is on that first tab. Crafting. It's campfire, okay? So we want this campfire. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and build a campfire in with all the supplies. Then we're gonna do the craft drill kit. Down here we've got the drill kit. That allows us to, like, 2 sticks rubbing together type situation. And now light the fire and we're on to the next one. All right, they want a hammer. We're gonna make a hammer, no problemo. Yeah. Now the reason why this is an important part to me, because you have the ability here to make a rope. In order to make this rope, you need 10 fibers. I highly recommend you make this rope, because this is an important step. They want us to go ahead and start learning the next part of the game and dismantling the furniture. But he's base server. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and do it. I'm getting habits wanting to loot. These auto shops, all these crates right here, auto shop crate. Always check these lockers, these storage boxes. They have the ability to spawn in an advanced lock, which is the lock that you want in PvP. Any other lock is worthless. The only way that you can get these advanced locks is by finding them, okay? Alright, so we're gonna pull out our hammer. Gonna go ahead and find something, because they want us to dismantle furniture is what they're telling us to do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out our hammer, we're gonna hit the B button like we're gonna build, then we're gonna go up to like this table and hold the X button to dismantle it. Then we can see that the material for that table is on the ground, okay? So they're just showing us how, they're walking us through it all. They want us to destroy a wrecked car. These cars right here, this does not count as a wrecked car. This is just like in a little abandoned car or something like that. A wrecked car is going to be... A wrecked car is probably going to be up here on the street. We're going to go run down the street and see if we can find something. So we're going to go right up this way. Got the hammer in my hand. They pretty much want me to break the car so that way I can get the scrap metal and then create the respawn point. Right now, if we die, we're just gonna respawn anyway. So what we want to do is we want to create our respawn point. All right. Which is fine. That is great. We're totally okay with creating a respawn. Look at this. We got a car up here. Got no parts on it. Tires. Go look. Real Bye. And the name of the game is Scavenge, Scavenge, Scavenge. The whole time you're gonna be looking for stuff. Guy's totally out of stamina. Boy, this camera's not doing. So when they're on the ground like this, a big tip I will give you is I like to assign my kick button to a certain key. It's easy to hit. And then whenever they're on the ground, you can pretty much one-shot them with a kick. So anytime you see a zombie on the ground, remember to kick them in the head. Alright? This guy's an exploder. If you hit him, he's gonna blow up. He's gonna attract more zombies to him. You're gonna be in a world of difficulty, as you can see. On the ground, kick him in the head. Alright. So, we're still looking for that scrap metal, but actually what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be going ahead to make this rope, right? Because we want this pickaxe. We want it ASAP. We want this pickaxe as quickly as we can get it. Make some room. I'm just gonna eat some of this food here. I'm at 100 food, and I'm at 68 water. Got everything we need now to create this pickaxe, which this pickaxe is really important. If you look through the skill tree, you'll see there's a ton of different things to choose from. These are the perks we were talking about earlier, the professions. These lower ones are the professions that you can choose. These are the three that you get. Level 1, level 30, and level 60. Any of these three, however you choose to do it. These at the top, everybody gets. Every single character can unlock these, and it's just extra stuff for you to throw your things in. But the thing that I want to point out to you is this little anvil here. Very important for building a base. Not only is this going to allow you more options and things like that, but there's certain options on here that are actually going to make things easier and quicker for you. And the reason why I'm having you build this pickaxe is because I want you to look here. Craft unique items for your character from your character menu. We already did that by following the little tutorial on the bottom left here. All right, build a campfire. That's literally one of the things we just did. Now it says mine ore nodes. You cannot mine an ore node without a pickaxe, which we now have. You can see it in my backpack there. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and continue our journey. We're gonna check our map. We're in the top right corner. Very interesting. We're looking for a car to basically like break, like a scrap car. And in order to find that, we're just gonna run up the street till we run into one along the street. Typically, you can do this almost any starting point. You're just gonna run up to wherever you find the main road. I would have been smart to just follow this road, but I chose this one, which is fine. And then you're just gonna kind of follow it until you run into a spot which is like got a scrap yard or old scrap cars or any of the sort, any of the above. All right, that's not a scrap car either. I happen to know that in this particular area there actually is, I've played the game so much, that there is a scrapyard on the right. One additional tip that I will give you, if you go to Google, you type in HiManaZ interactive map, you will find HiManaZ interactive map here. I will put this link in the description, and you can turn off and on the things that you're looking for. So for instance, if you're wanting to find, because I'm telling you here to go ahead and mine the node so that way you can unlock certain perks, right? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna go over here and hide all on the left upper part, and you're gonna go down to resources, and you'll see that there's a ton of nodes that you can just, different ones are gonna do different things. As you play, you're gonna know which ones that you're looking for. And again, I'm looking for, where was my scrapyard? Here we go. There we go. Okay, so I was a little bit off. So this will help you kind of like navigate and figure out things that you're trying to get to. And we got killed while I was off. A zombie killed me. That's okay. It's kind of showing you. Now, without my respawn point, you see I'm at a random respawn again. So I have no option, okay? Once I put that respawn down, then I'll be able to kind of choose my my location to start. And again, this is all real easy stuff, so we're just gonna go ahead and get that knife craft real quick without me talking. It's way quicker process, and also without me having to run through every single step for you guys. Such a quicker process. So we're just gonna go ahead and gather up a couple of rocks here. We're gonna need those guys. We're still looking for that scrap so that way we can get that metal. And Grabbing fibers, grabbing sticks. No, I'm kind of going into some detail on some of this stuff. Oh, we lost our pickaxe. That's okay. If we pull up on the map here while I talk. So, since we're really close to our death location, I'm just going to go ahead and run up the street here. And I'm going to craft this hammer. Need one more rock. I need one more rock. And if we find that scrap, we're gonna go ahead, make it, break the car down. I'm surprised that I have not ran into at least one scrap car yet. Again, super easy, not a big deal. Honestly, I don't even have to go back for this stuff, but it's so close, it's like, why not? I do believe that we were near a farm, which is okay for me because that means that we might be able to get ourselves a saddle. We might be able to get ourselves a horse pretty quick. Be beneficial immensely. One of the things that I always recommend. So this little tips and tricks is just for like your starting, like first little like new character. New character. I'm trying to do this all in one take live as well. That's the editing or I'm trying to just continuously give you guys as many tips and pointers as possible. And it can be beneficial to go get your body back, to get your things back. But I also want to get up to anytime that you find a farm, this is a great opportunity for you to try to go ahead and locate that saddle, go ahead and locate that horse that you might be able to get quickly in the game. An actual farm. Or are we right there? So I just go get my bag and my stuff and bam, everything's right there again. I'm probably about to drop some of this stuff because I don't need everything. Binoculars are very good. I can't do much with this electrical wire at the moment. Already got a knife. Wood is whatever. So the thing that we're looking for here, oh wow, look at this dog. Okay, all right, so what we need now is we need a dog food, or we need some raw meat. Gonna be able to, let's just go check it out. We can mark this dog right here. We'll go ahead and just put a little green X, that way we know in the future the dog's here. That's another thing that's very beneficial in this game, is to mark your map. Big tip for PvP. I like to mark all my enemies, all the other player bases that I find, with a nice little red house, you know, so that way I can kind of know where everybody is as I'm playing the game. So on the ground, kick them in the head. All right. Another tip: tear up clothes that you're not gonna wear. Not gonna wear it, just tear it on up. mask. Ah, water bottle. Beneficial. It's always good to have a water bottle on you or something of the sort. We have still not found. Well, thank goodness we've got those binoculars that we found, because we can equip those in our hand. We can equip those in our hand, and then we can get a really nice view. The thing I don't like about the goggles is it doesn't allow me to move. We can use them, we can zoom out. Thought this place was a farm. There's a farm back there. So we're gonna just head on over this way where I think some more scrap cars are. Uh-oh, got a bear. You do not have the weapons to deal with the bear. You do not want to go to them. Want to avoid them. Looks like there is a shipping yard down in front of me. I would give anything for faster transportation right now. Yo, Curiosity, how are you doing? The live chat. We're going. This is taking us some time. A PvP server, so you can see where people put their stuff on top of buildings or something. Making our way back there. Oh, look, there's a truck. Need to work on getting some sort of vehicle going or something. I guess another piece of advice that I could give you guys is down in the bottom left, you'll see all your stats. The lightning bolt is stamina. If you've got 50 or above stamina, you can hit the G button and do a like a finishing move type kill where you just automatically grab them and kill them. But the thing you have to remember is when you do that, it automatically uses up all your stamina and can leave you in a bad spot. But we have still not found a scrap car yet. There's the one right up there, I can see it. Again, all these cars that you can loot are not considered scrap cars. We are gonna need that. A better hammer there. Believe it. Very interesting. Game's totally about looting. You're gonna have to loot your butt off. And give me that back. I will totally take that. A lot better actual melee weapon. You can see in the bottom left, I've now got like a little, like a weight or something there. It says kilograms on it next to the stats, bottom left corner there, next to the zombie emblem and the temperature gauge. First one's the temperature gauge. The second one with the little green skull is considered the your infection meter, how infected you are. Next one over is like if you've got something wrong with you. I think my dude is cold. He's got a cold right now. I have in real life as well. Kind of crazy. And then the last one is the kilogram, the little weight icon. Different colors on that represent how overweight you are. You look up at the top, it shows that I am carrying 25 kilograms. When I pick this thing up, it goes up to 43 kilograms and turns red, meaning that I am now overweight, which also will reduce my stamina. So it's good to not have it like that. Okay, anytime that you see it like that, you want to instantly try to figure out how to get yourself back underweight. You don't want to be overweight. It will affect you immensely and really make the game much more difficult in a bad way. All right, so we got that on that car, which is really not that beneficial. Still not found. We'll find dog food in here. What? I'll gladly take the energy drink, especially at the moment. Because guess what? Run fast. I'm about to give you guys a energy drink tip. Okay. The thing that I would say is about energy drinks. Hey, lighter. Drop for a lighter. Actually need a lighter right now. I do like to keep them on me normally because I can light stuff. Anytime you find these magazines, you might want to save them for later, read what they do. A lot of times you're just going to kind of want to use them as you're getting them, depending on what they are. But with the energy drinks, okay, so a good example for this guy is the fact that we don't have a car, we're stuck on foot, we're having a hard time getting around, you know. Health is low. We want a horse, we want all these things, we want a vehicle. We get tired of walking. That gets very old. So a good thing to do with these energy drinks are, I will show you. See if I can jump over this fence. Nope. So what I do is I go, not consume all, you go to consume, and then you pull it all the way back to 10%, so you're only using 10% of your energy drink, and it lasts the exact same amount of time and gives you the exact same buff would if you drank the whole thing, consume all. And now if you see in the bottom left stamina there, it shows that my stamina has got an infinite emblem on it, meaning that I've got infinite stamina for as long as energy drink is benefiting me. So a good way to use it is to drink only 10% at a time and then use it for what you need. Your drinks, your energy drinks will stretch you much, much further. Alright, so they want me to destroy a wrecked car with my hammer. We'll go ahead and do that. You can see as I'm making this noise, all these zombies are running towards me. Game's very big on noise, and the fact that I've got that energy drink is also great, because now I can just kind of swing my little heart's desire on these guys. Yep, one shot him with the head kick. You saw his head blew up. Okay, so they want me to grab this scrap metal. Rid of this. Really just want this. That's all. Alright. So build spawn point. Again, I don't want to really build the spawn point just yet because it typically costs me 2 metal. Not a huge deal. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pickaxe. And I'm going to look. I can see an ore right there on my screen. Okay. So we're going to make our way up to this ore because we want to unlock the building perks. Oh my goodness. Look at all these zombies. Right. So instead of dealing with all these zombies, I'm gonna start hitting the H button to whistle. Come all the way from where I'm going. I'm going back across the street. There's an ore actually right there, but since I decided on the one across the street first, I'm gonna focus on it. Run past these guys. Jump. I like to use walls to separate myself. And all we gotta do is just go ahead and gonna come back on me, aren't they? Hurry, drink that. Let's get this. Oh goodness. Alright, there we go. That's all we needed was for that ore to break. I don't even have to click. Because I'm gonna show you. Now that I've got that all out, I'm gonna go ahead and use this fence to our advantage. We're gonna hop it. They can't just get it. What we wanted was, we wanted skills. We wanted this guy right here unlocked. The reason why this skill is the first one that I would go for, okay, is because you want this guy right here. Resourceful. Building resource requirements. Okay, reduce building resources requirements by 50%. Basically what they're saying is they're cutting all your building resources in half. Not only is this going to save you resource, like in the long run, it's going to save you time. So instead of having to run around and gather resources for all this different things, you know, 10, some of these things take 20, 30, 40 logs. And then instead of gathering that, you're only going to need to get 10 or 20 logs, you know, and that can be a huge difference. And in the long run, it takes you a lot of time to get all these things together. And that's not what you want either. So what we're going to do is we're going to look over here. Another piece of advice I'll give you is anytime you die, your, we did die earlier as well. Your experience resets. You can see here we've got 40 experience to 2,000 for the next level. We need one more point to unlock this guy. So what I'm going to suggest is to go ahead and just find zombies and kill them. And if at this point you think that it's beneficial to go ahead and build your respawn point, do that. You know, because you do have, once you break one car, it's enough to it's enough to get everything going for yourself. It's enough to get your respawn up, so to speak. So I'll just go ahead and just put it over here. Go check this garage for car parts. Another great place to look in garages. There. And oh, these boxes, anytime you see these boxes, and won't let me loot them. Always loot those boxes. That's fun. Horse saddle. You're always looking for a 15 slot horse saddle. Horse saddles come in four different options. Can create a 2-slot horse saddle. Not on here, that's on the tailoring bench. You create or you can find a 5-slot horse saddle, a 10-slot, and a want a 15 slot. You're always looking for the 15 slot. The reason why that is because in PvP other players cannot loot your horse, cannot loot your dog, meaning that it's a safe place. Typically they can loot anything that you've got. If you build a chest, they can come right in and loot it. If you have a horse with a saddle, they cannot loot it. It is a safe place. Same thing with your dog. It gets 5 slots when you put the vest on it. So you kind of want to find that dog vest and want to find the dog, which we have marked earlier. As soon as we find a can of dog food, we're going to go right back to that guy and get that dog, and we're going to have ourselves a dog. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you guys. We want we want a horse saddle. We want a horse. So what we're going to do is over here on the locations, got the farm on here, farms 11. As soon as I hit it, you can see them all pop up. As soon as we see all that, we can see and that there's a farm nearby, south. So we have a choice. We can stay around this area, try to get a vehicle up and running, or we can just head right over there and start looking. I'm looking for the vehicle parts. We've got a battery, but we need other parts. It may not be beneficial to just hang around and deal with it. Might want to wait. Oh, look at this. Hair kit. Oh, thank goodness. And you're always looking for the supplies. Let's go see the spot. Car part. I mean, they're always ready to get you. A little bit of lag here. Oh. Collecting the materials to make rope. So anytime I find a rope, I like it. Don't think we're gonna find any car parts in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and head down the street to... Looked around, we didn't find much. So which time, gonna focus on moving on. What else might... And we know that the car's here. Help us. We know to come back for this once we find like an auto shop nearby or something. A lot of times there's auto shops everywhere. I believe that they're right on the other side of this spot. So again, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just climb on top of this. Gonna consume 10% of our energy drink. Trying to get them. Get going. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Lamborghini, everyone. Look at that. Nice, very interesting. We might come back for this Lambo. Checking everything for anything that can help us. Oh, another car battery. Go ahead and just throw in the Lambo. The guy's on the ground. We can run up and we can kick him. One shot headshot. Oh, look at that. We've been drinking the bad energy drink. Now we've got like a bothered gut. A little orange gut next to it. That's what happens whenever you've been drinking or eating food that's kind of not in the best condition. Once it starts turning orange or red, you basically gamble. Red is definitely going to make you sick. Orange is definitely a gamble. Sometimes you can get away with it, and I will tell you, the sickness in this game lasts a long time. All right, look at this. We're getting all the car parts we need right now. Need 4 tires. Oh, fuel pump. Nice. Gonna go ahead and drop this, whip. Treat. These antibiotics will help heal us. He's on the ground, so we're gonna kick him. Bam. Ooh la la. Got a gas can. Nice. You know what? I might go ahead and just switch all this over. Oh, I think that's what I'm gonna do real quick. Leave all this here for just a moment. This is how you get a vehicle together quickly. You want to find these auto shops. Start collecting as many car parts as you can from them. There's one over here. Another gas can. Okay. But as you can see, I'm now encumbered. Meaning I am moving super slow. This is horrible. Goodness. Which is why in the beginning it's another good thing to and we don't even have all the parts that we need. That's another bummer. We're walking slow, we don't have all the parts we need. If I were to break these cars, they have a possibility to give us car parts. Another great thing about the mechanic perk is it gives you guaranteed car parts from breaking cars. When I break all these cars in the back here, it's guaranteed car part. But instead of doing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and drop this guy up. Uh-oh. Got wolves here. We carry most of the stuff back. Nervous that they're gonna come try to attack me. Oh yeah, look at this. Great. Gas can. Normally I'd be happy about it. I honestly need a starter. Nice. And belt. We literally have every part for a car here right now. I'm afraid to attack these dogs. Yep, I do not recommend killing these dogs like this, but now that we've got a couple of wolves dead here, go ahead and we'll see, do we still have our stone knife over here? We pick up a piece of raw meat. Ah, we've got a knife that works. Actually have my stone knife in my hand. Die. Oh my god, he almost killed me. About to die. So in this situation, I've got 5 health. I gotta act quick. I'm gonna take off my shirt. I'm gonna treat. I'm bleeding to death. Another piece of advice. Another tip. Another tip. Oh yeah. Cool thing about this is now we got some dead wolves. We can go ahead and gut them. We can take a piece of their meat and give it to that dog that we spotted earlier. When you make bandages, you're going to want to equip them. And you're going to want to have them in your quick slot so that way you can run around spamming the 5 key and repairing them. Okay? Very beneficial. Yeah, So we'll just run right up here to the Lambo and then back. Not too far. We've got plenty of ability to run. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna drop my backpack with the U button. Run back. Taking some of that energy drink that I'm using. This is actually really beneficial and about to speed everything up for us. You guys are gonna be really happy whenever you get to this point. It's gonna be such a game. Go get this bag with these other car parts in it. Now we've got everything but a fan belt. That's all we need. We're so close to having a vehicle. This is really a bummer. Third battery here. Overburdened up. I'm gonna drop some of this in the bag to kind of load so that bit faster and get it. You know, how about this? Matter. I'm gonna be overweight regardless whenever I do one of these runs. So we're just gonna walk over there. This. I'm including every single tip that I can give you guys for a beginner. I know that this video is running pretty long, but hopefully you're getting a lot of good use for this out of this. I'm trying to give you the best order to do things in so that way you don't end up wasting time running around. I gave you the interactive map, gave you the best starting perks, the best kind of like beginning skills to be putting your points into. I highly recommend saving your skill points, the first 3 to put into the building perk, because that one's such a huge deal. All right, there we go. And I should have used my energy drink. I need to remember to utilize some energy drinks a lot more than I do, especially since I've got a dysentery or whatever it is, like a gut. My guy doesn't feel not running that quick. Got all those car parts right there next to that car. Only thing we're missing is a fan belt. As soon as we get that, we'll be golden. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking my guy down south. Hopes of getting the saddle. Things do not respawn in this game, especially bags. Those bags that I filled up and collected all those car parts and left next to the Lambo down there, they're gonna stay there. I'm not gonna have to worry about them disappearing because I leave the area or something. They're gonna stay there. Everything's gonna be just fine. I'm gonna come back whenever I get the extra piece that I need, so to speak, and once that's done, I'll have the vehicle and I'll go. PvP wise, if like another player were to say log on, you can see nobody's on this server. But if they were to log on and say go there and find the bags or the car, they could take the bags, they could take the car, they could take, you know, so that's something to always keep in mind. We're trying to get to this farm down here, so we're gonna just go all the way down until we start our little road there. We're gonna bust off to we will see if we can pretty quick. Let's see something there. I'm getting. Oh, it's just. Gonna put our guy on run there. Typically on games I have it to where you hold down the shift button, but one of the things that I find beneficial in this game is to not do that. Make it where you just hit it and your guy either uses the stamina or he does not. Look at this. Got kind of like a little farm setup. Get lucky in there. Oh, look, 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 look. This box. Anytime you see this box, you want a farm box. Very important. Get a saddle to get it. Important to cover all your base. Another one over there that I'm running for. Finding. Oh, look at this. Somebody's base. Hey, look at this. Found a vehicle. But it's a car part that we need. So look around. Find much. Believe this may very well be the farm that they were telling us about. Nope, it's across the street. Still got a lot of luck here. We'll get to the farm, we'll check for the horse. If we find it, great. If not, we'll just conclude the video here. I've given you guys plenty of tips. Hopefully a lot of these paid off. You know, hopefully a lot of this helps you. Yeah, all that good stuff. HumanitZ. Hopefully you are enjoying it. Great. The aspect's really cool. You're just my beginner. There might be some that are better or worse. You guys can think of any that you think would be very beneficial to people. Please put them in the comments below. Let us know any of these tips are wrong or outdated. Let us know if oh, look at that, more rope. Oh, we got a military crate. You want to always look for these military stashes, very important as well. Got our box here, nice. We want give us this. See if I can show you guys the ports of cowboy hat. Like a herb cowboy. No. There a. Normally, you will find a horse in one of these stables. There is one to be found. I don't see. Didn't find a horse saddle. But that's the name of the game, you know? You're always looking, you're always trying to get up to the next point. Later on, I'll go find the fan belt, I'll get the car, you know, carrot. Later on, hey. So I can at least show you this. Check this out. The raw meat, and we're gonna drop just for that pup right there. He's gonna eat it and he's gonna become ours. Look at that, just became my companion. Now as I'm killing, he's gonna be able to kill with me. If I didn't have meat to give him, but I did because I picked it up earlier, then I would have marked him so I could come back to him. Antibiotics help get rid of that stomach ache that we got earlier from the bad food. Oh, and that's it, guys. HumanitZ. Let me know if these helped you or not, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. My pants are broke. I'm running around in my underwear with a cowboy hat on. Like and subscribe, and really it. Hey, watch. Check that out. Hit the 6 or 7 button. 6, 7, I guess. You guys go crazy for it. And it'll pull up the time of the day up at the top. See you all in the next one.